Greetings and welcome to the 1-6 Scale Band. Proudly presents, you know what it is, an episode of The Corner. So glad to have you guys here with us this lovely, lovely afternoon. It is your boy, your host, Leo Rockwell for the 1-6 Scale Man YouTube channel. So glad to have you guys here with us, rocking with me or rocking with your boy this lovely afternoon. Again, if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button while you're watching right now. Your boy's on his way to 4,000 subscribers. With your help, I can definitely get there. Hit the like button while you're in here. 15 people actually stomping on through. We're going to have an actual chat about the ongoings and what's been happening within the last 24 hours. And it's a lot of drama, man. A lot of drama. And also potential for a couple of good things to come. But we'll talk about that in just a second. But again, make sure you hit that like button. Exercise your right to take this finger right here. Hit that like button and subscribe to your boy. Make sure you do that. Definitely, man. It can help me out. But again, love y'all, man. Before we jump in, let me actually address the chat. See who we actually have stomping in here right now. We have Diablo Fett coming through. Good day, my friends. We got, hey, Richie in the building. How you doing, man? We got Dirk Jigglers in the building. Thank you for being here. His stunt double. We got Lancelot's Nerd Corner in here. We got AJ Agrus in here. My guy, thank you for being here. Marco Polo. Chewy's Bandolier is in the building. Thank you for being here, bro. Renz Talentino. Who else do we got here? Uncommon Flex. You. Thank you for being here. My guy, Ty, is in here with us, man. Appreciate that. Mark Attack. We got Marla 2745 is in the building as well. Who else we got? Diablo Fett, Richie. Let's see here, man. Yeah, we got a couple of people actually coming here. Blurred Dead Life is in the building. Thank you for being here as always. Benjamin E. Green, my man Hawk is in the building. Thank you for being here, bro. As always, let me see here. We got Darth Peck is in the building. Thank you for being here. This is the way. You already know, man. This is the way. As always, speaking of the way, shout out to Tina Cruz, definitely one of the dopest, rooted hair sculptors actually out there right now. She's doing her thing. If you haven't already, give it a shout out. I want to definitely give her a shout out on the channel because she is always doing her thing. But yeah, so some good things that are actually happening right now within the community, some good things that are happening out there in the collecting community. And we're going to talk about that today because it is lovely. Definitely lovely, and I know that you guys are pretty much excited about it, just as excited as I am, because it's not only just basically a figure that we're talking about, but we're also talking about the possibilities. Now, a good birdie actually put a plug in my ear and told me that some things was coming and what was actually going to happen and what was going to take shape. So I got to give credit where credit is due. OG Mando out there. Thank you for coming through with the setup and also giving me the information. So basically from him, Harrison Ford did actually sign a new contract with Hot Toys. And because of that, they approved the likeness, which is not only just the likeness for the figure that we're going to be talking about in just a few seconds, but also things to come, the possibility for some beautiful things to come. So I'm definitely excited about that, just as well as I know that you guys are as well. So we're going to actually dive into that in just a second here. But again, wanted to make sure that I had everybody in here. Again, hit that like button while you're on your way in here. Subscribe if you haven't already. And we're going to definitely talk about a couple of things, man. So let's get on in. Let's just basically plug on in. So definitely late last night, it was like not even a shock, sort of like a shocker, but it was a pleasant surprise to see that we got none other than Indiana Jones from Dial of Destiny, 1/6 scale figure in the building. And we have the deluxe and the regular version. Now, this is good on so many different fronts. It's good because, number one, we are getting this piece. We are getting this figure. But number two, the simple fact that now, let me wipe my eye out because it is kind of itchy, but we have the Harrison Ford likeness, and it looks like things are going great. Definitely going great because Apparently, he has given his approval last go round, so he's actually signed another contract for his likeness, which means not only are we going to get this figure, but the possibilities are high that we're going to actually get a Han Solo figure. Now, whether or not that's going to be Bespin Han or if it's just going to be Return of the Jedi, because we are still within a year of the 40th anniversary of Return of the Jedi. Either or, I'll be happy. I would definitely want a Bespin Han. I wish they would do something like that. I hope they go back and dip in the well and give us that. That would be exciting. But if we also get Jedi Han, I'll be fine as well. But this right here is a masterpiece. For those who don't actually have an Indy, this is a good way to go out. I love that display base. And there's some new technology that they've developed, or not technology, but they've done something slightly different that I'm excited about. And I hope going forward, they can advance this technology because it would make so much sense for them to do this. And we're going to talk about that in just a few moments. But yes, this is the deluxe version. You get that display base for Indy. I am a huge Indiana Jones fan. Again, Raiders of the Lost Ark, I saw it for the first time in the theaters and I was enamored. It was a phenomenal film. I've always loved Raiders. I've followed Indiana Jones just from day one. Only film that I didn't basically like was Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, but I find certain things to pull from it that I can latch on to. At least we had Indy. We had basically the power couple back in form. Didn't really like Shia LaBeouf's for his addition. I just thought it was wasted. Nothing against him, but I just didn't think I didn't really like. I loved Kate Blanchett, so I definitely loved her in it. But yeah, again, that's probably the one out of the trilogy that I didn't really like the most. A couple other ones, but Raiders, definitely I loved Raiders. Temple of Doom, I love Temple of Doom. Last Crusade, all that, I loved it. But again, we're talking about Dial of Destiny. We're talking about this figure right here, and it looks phenomenal. It looks incredible. I mean, that is Harrison Ford's likeness. This looks better than what we actually got from the Force Awakens figure. The Force Awakens likeness wasn't always all the way there, but this definitely does look better, which means that, again, we already know how Hot Toys does it. When it comes to older gentlemen and older sculpts, they nail it. Like, they completely nail it. And it looks like they've done it here. You got the fedora hat as well. That looks good. You got that leather jacket. I'm hoping it is real leather. Come on, man. Yep, genuine leather jacket. Here we go. Shoes and whip. So it's you get the genuine leather jacket, you get the genuine leather shoes, and the whip. I am all in on that. They say no more. But this Indy is definitely coming home. I loved Indiana Jones. I love Harrison Ford's take. Regardless of what people may say about this film, I saw some critic reviews and stuff like that. I don't go off of that bullshit, to be quite honest. I'm just keeping it all the way funky. I go see the film for myself. I'll judge it for myself. I don't need anyone else to basically judge it for me. I don't need to hear anyone else's opinion. I'll go off from my own opinion because I just don't trust critics anymore. I'm sorry, I just don't at all. So therefore, I don't watch it. But again, this figure is drama for me. You already know that's the new word when something's hot. Drama. This is definitely coming home. Let me see who we got in the chat, what we got going on here, and who loves this so far. Why this version? Yeah, there's a reason for this version. Raiders of the Lost Ark is it's a perfect film. Chewy's Bandolier, you already know. Can't wait to get this one. Good afternoon. It looks really good. I don't know, just reminds me of Carl from Up. Older version. 10 out of 10 from me. We got from Peyton. Hey, Lael. Loving this announcement. Definitely I do too. Leather good alone makes it worthwhile. You are already there. You already know. Han Solo coming. Hey, English gentlemen, we could see that. You're on to something. We could definitely see that. And I think that we will get that. We've got the whip now. We need Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman. Palal, drop the mic on that one, my brother. So glad you said that because definitely we do need that. Let me see here. I actually really like the sculpt. The sculpt is on point. It definitely is. Let me see here. They better do a Han if they get the license for Harrison Ford. They don't let him handle. Just don't let him handle any solo figures. Oh, yeah, definitely. Don't let him do that. Definitely. Sculpt needs some work. 8 out of 10. Bro, I think the sculpt is on point. I'm sorry, Spice. I disagree pleasantly, bro. I respectfully disagree. I think that this sculpt is on point. I don't get into that point. I don't get into that space where, like, I have to give credit where credit is due, man. Like, I'm here, and I'm going to explain this to you. If you're looking at this sculpt, if you're looking at that right now, that is Harrison Ford. I don't know what, if there are any complaints against this, I'm sorry, I don't know what you're looking at. I really don't. This looks like Harrison Ford. This is Harrison Ford. Literally Harrison Ford. I don't know if there's, I don't, in my opinion, my humble opinion, I don't know where people, let me express this really quick. Cause I'm finding this a lot. And I'm not talking about you, Spice, you my bro, but I find this a lot. Lately, there's been a lot of complaints. And I get it, if you're paying the money, then you want to, but at the same time, give credit where credit is due. There are vast improvements on these sculpts. Again, I can't continue to say it. Competition breeds innovation. And they are innovating with these sculpts. This is Harrison Ford. That is a mini version of Harrison Ford. It's like he is standing in my living room right now. Looks just like him. I think they nailed it. If they keep it at this, they nailed it. That likeness is him the whole way. An older version of him. Look at that. That is Harrison Ford. I am sorry. People may basically disagree, but I am telling you, that is Harrison Ford. That is him. That is him. That is a 10 out of 10 for me. That is him. You know what I mean? That is him all the way. To me, it is a 10 out of 10. They nailed it. They nailed that sculpt to me. You know what I mean? Pure awesome. It's amazing. That is him. I can't, there's nothing I can actually say bad about this. Look at that. Like, this right here is a older version of Harrison Ford. And y'all have to look at the possibilities of what we're going to get. We're going to get a Han Solo. Hell, we're definitely going to get a General Ross. We're definitely going to get a Red Hulk. So there's so many possibilities off of just this figure alone, and them actually gaining the licensing for his head sculpt, and it's for his likeness. So, I mean, come on, man. Look at that. Look at that. I'm sorry. Rolling Eyes technology is all on point. I'm sorry. In my opinion, I am not here to sway everybody else's opinion. I'm here to give my own opinion. And in my opinion, I think they nailed it. I think they nailed it. I think they did. I love that base. I definitely love the environmental base with that. That's a killer. Here's what I wanted to stop at. This right here, I think is dope. And it is right now, I think that they should start doing this with figures, not just with this deluxe version, but they should start doing this with more figures with diorama bases. Instead of giving us an entire crotch grabber, give us something like this, where you can actually just take the, like a cap holder, we want to call it now. No longer a crotch grabber or a waist grabber. Call it like a calf grabber now. A shin grab. I'll say that. This right here is on point. Like, I think this right here, if they continue to do something like this, it would make so much sense for figures going ahead. If you don't want to give us the magnetic base, I think something like this would be incredible. It would. Yeah, the base gives me Goonies vibe. Yeah, it definitely does. Is the likeness rights applicable to all characters Harrison Ford? I think it might be, because again, I think if he signed, because from what I'm hearing and from what that little birdie told me, he just basically signed a $10 million deal. So they gave him 10 mil for it. So, hey, if that's the case, now again, I'm not saying that everything is going to be 100% accurate on the information, but if that's the case, then that gives them the rights for a lot. If Hot Toys don't make a younger Indy, then the aged Indy will defo get a head swap once it comes. Yeah, I want the interpretation of Indiana Jones, and I like the simple fact that we're getting this version out the door. That we're getting something like this Again, his last go around as Indiana Jones, it's so fitting to have something like this. And I'm glad that they're giving it to us. What do you get with this? You get the base, you get his travel pack, you get the whip, you get the compass, which is the dial, you get the light, you get the rolling eyes technology with this. The base comes with that shin grab, which I do love. And I think that basically if you want look, when they already have and I'll say this to the end of time, if they actually have a regular version and a deluxe version, it's always best to get the deluxe. I mean, just save yourself the trouble because it comes with an awful lot and you're getting everything. It's more exclusive. So just do something like that. That's what I would think. But I love it. Everything that we're getting right now, I think it's incredible, man. There's no argument from me. I think that this looks incredible. If you have the younger version of Indy, you have the definitive Indy. But at the same time, even with that one, I thought that the head sculpt needed some touching up. The only thing, here's the thing. If rumors are correct, because I haven't seen the film yet, but in the film, they did de-age him, and we did see a younger version of him. So this would have been dope if they would have gave us two sculpts. If they would have given us a younger version and an older version, I'd have rocked with that. So I think there would have been an opportunity there to do something like that. Hot Toys, you could have did that. And I think people would have welcomed that with open arms. But, I mean, it is what it is. We're getting this, and, I'm okay with it. I'm definitely okay with that. But you're getting an awful lot with this particular figure. A lot of accessories that you actually get with this piece. So that is definitely welcoming. What up, family? What's going on? BC is in the building. But what we're going to talk about, and BC, we're going to probably talk about this tonight because I think what we're getting is a lot of nostalgia. I mean, everything that we actually got, and I want to talk about this because I didn't really get a chance to talk about this yesterday. Just so hyped with all of this. But I want to talk about briefly this Marty and Doc. Now, I didn't really do a corner yesterday because I was busy. But even with this, now, I know that there were some people saying that the head sculpt and the eyes look a little bit off. But I'm just looking at it for sheer nostalgia. Like, we're getting a lot of Grail pieces here. And I think, actually, this Marty and Doc, to me, with everything that comes with it, I actually, even though it's from, Back to the Future 3, I like this better than the other one, than the last version. I do. I just like it. I just like it because of the, again, the Western style, what we got with that film. I know it was the least desired out of all three, but still, as far as the figures, there's a lot of nostalgia here. And I definitely love that. I love the simple fact that we're getting a lot of this, we're going back, dipping in the well. And here's the thing, when I look at stuff like this, I'm just think it's opportunity for Hot Toys to kind of go back and just look at some of the old figures that we actually had, some of the old releases, retool them, give us 2.0s. And I think people would actually welcome that with open arms, man. I do believe that. So there's a lot of nostalgia and opportunity to go back and dip in the well to give us something different. And I know that people, even with this, people actually said that they like this Doc. Now, again, I look at this likeness and I can say, yeah, this needs some work. But still, I think it's a decent release. For what it is. May not be for everybody. Again, everybody's going to have their choice. But I think for what they actually gave us with this piece, I mean, they're Hot Toys is coming out on all cylinders firing right now. And, rightfully so. But when I look at this, I'm just like, yo, I am all in. This was basically a day one set for me. I connect more with Indiana Jones than I do Back to the Future. I do. I've always connected with, ever since Raiders, I've been hooked. So again, likeness wise, I think it's a 10 out of 10. I can't speak for everybody else. I think they nailed it. This is a definite 10 out of 10 for me all day, every day. That's just basically where I sit. Let's see what the chat is saying. Marilyn Monroe under Doc's hat getting skirt blown up. That's funny. Let's see here. We got Chewie's Bandolier. I should have labeled Marty as Clint Eastwood, right? They should have, definitely. I do declare that their Doc Brown sculpt is very ass. LOL. He's like only wrinkle old man. Yeah, They need to basically redo that sculpt. It's definitely nothing like this. Here's the thing is, I like the attempt. I like what they're doing with it. I like that they're giving us. Hey, and 1/6 shooter, you are on to something. They will likely show a younger version after the movie is out, even though it was in the trailer. It may be a spoiler for some, although Raiders version would be better. You're right. Raiders version would be better. It would. I'd rather have a Raiders indie than a de-aged indie. Yeah. Leo, this is a case of needing to speak with your wallet, because if people sit on their hands and don't pre-order, they might not make another version of indie if they think there's no interest. You are absolutely right. You're right there. You're absolutely right. If there's no interest, they may not make it again. But I guess, there's going to be interest, but not enough interest may basically be like, cause doubt. Jones is coming home hoping for a younger version too. Yeah, definitely we are. And that's what I'm saying. Like, it would have been decent if they would have gave us a younger head sculpt, because it would have made sense. We got my man Calvin in the building. What's up, y'all? Good morning. What's going on with you, brother? Can't get the tune out of my head now. Yeah, bro. Hope I don't get a copyright strike because of that. Let's see here. In 1981, Indiana Jones set the course for my life, bro. I'm right there with you. Bro. In the theaters. I remember them showing the actual trailer, and I was already riding high off of Star Wars. And then on top of that, I love John Williams. A John Williams score is just like no other. I always say, like, what they need to do is get as much out of John Williams as they can and archive his music like they do Tupac, because that man's a national treasure. Like, literally, he is a national treasure, man. Definitely, he is. Let me see here. Good morning, everyone. Good morning, Larry Walker. So glad to have you here. I've dopoed Age Indie. There you go, man. Definitely. There you go. I'd rather have Last Crusade indie, best indie film, in my opinion. There you go. A lot of people basically like that film. We all had a archaeologist phase because of this man. Yeah, we did, bro. How many people? Like, I remember when this movie dropped, I cracked out an old leather jacket that I had when I was young. I got my Pops fedora. I went out, got a rope, and I thought I was indie, straight up. Everybody wanted to be Indiana Jones in that era when it dropped. That's just what it is. I'm going to keep it all the way funky. People did. Because he's just a dope character, a dope person to be. Let's see what else we got here, man. What else we got coming through? What other comments we got? FBJ, I believe Hot Toys will take advantage of the Harrison Ford license and give us some more surprises. Bro, you absolutely right. They're going to do that. I don't care what anybody says. They're going to do it, bro. I know if I'm paying $10 million and more, you going to let me do something. Shit. If I was like, yo, what if the asking price was 10 million, they'd be like, what, 10 million? Okay. So does that give us rights to do everything else as well? Play within in the toy box? Let's see here. Let's go across the list. Han Solo, younger version of Indy, General Ross, Red Hawk. Give us a definitive version of Blade Runner back in the day, classic version. I would even do that shit. I don't care. I would. What else? What else could we get from Harrison, man? Milk it. Go back and retool and give us a New Hope 2.0. Give us a Bespin Han. Definitely, you already know. There's so much you can do with it, man. Imagine the drama a goddamn rootin' tootin' full on Han Solo release would cause. Bro, it would kill him. That's what I'm saying. It would kill him. It would, if they actually gave us, if Hot Toys next week said, yo, y'all want it? Y'all got it. Because they're not going to do it this week because they don't want to take the shine off of this, especially considering the Dollar Destiny comes out this weekend. But if they actually said, yo, y'all wanted it, y'all got it. Here it is. For your viewing pleasure, and so y'all can stop talking shit, here's your Bespin Han. If they did that, oh my God. Oh my God, oh my God. Yeah. If they did that, oh my God, that would be phenomenal. That definitely would be phenomenal. That would be a Sopo. You already know, bro. Definitely. It would break the internet. It would break the internet. It would break pockets. Like literally. I think it would break the internet so much it would probably be on Entertainment Tonight, E! News, TMZ. It would definitely break pockets, man, straight up, and break up relationships because people would choose that girl piece over getting married. They'd probably take back engagement rings and be like, "Hey, babe, next year, this year I got to buy this." Definitely. Yeah, definitely, man. Oh, yeah. Some of us actually did become archaeologists, man. It definitely did spark the interest. I tell you that. Lando would finally sell out. You know what, Mark Attack, you bring up something that's definitely interesting because I believe not having a full set, not having a Han or Bespin Han did affect that. That's a really good Mark Attack. You were on something right there, bro. I think it did because there was nothing of a companion piece to have other than Bespin Leia. So if you had that and all three, I definitely think that people would dip back in their well and get that Lando. Because they've been asking for it for so long and they finally got it. So, hey. When Han drops, you finna see some grown-ass men crying on the stream. Shiny. Brother, you're going to see it. I'm telling you, you're going to see that indigenous tear roll down my face. Hell yeah. We're going to probably all start crying. Sharing our just in love. You know what I mean? I'm going to put this on BC's tab too. BC... Brother Cousins is going to get this for me. If they basically drop a Han Solo, Brother Cousins is going to actually put that on his tab. Straight up. Endorsed by Candy. If y'all don't already know, you know. If you don't know now, you know. We are endorsed by Candy. Just in case you didn't know and you need to know, this show will always and forever be sponsored by yours truly, Brother Cousins, Candy. Get it while you can. But anyway, yes. I'm telling you, it's going to go nuts. It's definitely going to go nuts. Definitely going to go nuts. I loved Harrison Ford's reaction whilst being interviewed on BBC. I got something in my eye watching that. Yeah, he was definitely emotional. He says, sure, I got you. Yeah. You know what? Yes, Harrison Ford was emotional, but I'm going to tell you like this. Don't get his hands on any more 6-scale figures. Straight up. I know Jimmy Fallon learned his lesson. Don't you ever do that shit again. I have both Lando figures and both at major bargain brands new. I still need a Han. Definitely, man. We definitely do. Get your crying towels ready, people. You already know, man. That's how it's going to be. JB, me too. I guess that's what's going around, man. Definitely, man. Definitely, man. Definitely. But yeah. I'm telling you, I am excited about this piece. Let me know if you're going to get it. We're going to talk about this and more tonight on another episode of Say What. So stay tuned. It's going to be myself, Brother Cousins. It's going to be my man, Uncle Keith. Calvin's going to be there. He'll probably be in his office. Second brother probably be there, hopefully. Cam's going to be there. Hopefully we'll actually have my man 6-Scale Reviews, Cheating Ass Dan in the building, and Useby as always. So definitely stay tuned for that, man. It's going to be a good one tonight. But yes, I think they knocked this out of the park, man. There is nothing. Yeah, everybody's saying get Lando before it's too late, brothers. Yo. Lando has been so lonely. You already know. You better get it. Get that Brother Cousins discount too. If you buy Lando, just say, yo, I'm the Galactic Pimp, Space Pimps. It's the code is Space Pimp. Now don't quote me on that because I don't think that shit's gonna work. If it don't work, don't blame me. You blame BC. Yo, Daryl Carter, thank you for being here, man, as always. So definitely let me know in the comments below if you're going to get this figure. I'm going to get it. I think they nailed it. They knocked it out the park. It may not be for everybody, but it's definitely for me. 70 people in here. Make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and just come on, man. Just show the love. Share this and other things. Watch all the videos. I just put a video out last week or this weekend. Rogue, It was basically Rogue, take your position. I'm doing another one on Cyborg, so stay tuned for that. Support the video, support the channels always. Be back tonight. He says Space Pimp 301. There you go, Space Pimp 301. Always and everything, man. As always, man, I love you guys. Thank you for basically tuning in to an episode. We try to keep this into a half hour unless there's something else dropping. But for right now, it's just this. But again, love y'all. Talk to y'all later on, man. We are out. Peace. See you tonight. Be back here tonight. Everybody that's in here right now, I better see your asses tonight. Take your position. No. Say what? Tonight. 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 Let's go.